Hey, Push Run Nation, Dr. Dave here, and in this video we're going to be talking about one of the top racing shoes from Adidas, or Adidas as it actually is pronounced, for the originator and founder of the company, Adi Dassler, a German, started the big running shoe company back in the day in Germany. And here's a shoe we're going to be talking about, the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro 3s. Let's check it out. All right, here we go. We've got the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro 3s. Say that 10 times fast. And this is one of the top shoes on the market right now. A lot of pros are wearing this shoe, one of the top fastest shoes on the marathon pro circuit right now, and definitely one of the faster shoes in my road racing arsenal. This shoe, biggest point, two things: the light strike pro foam in that midfoot and the energy rods, which go the full length of the shoe independently, which gives a very snappy feel to the shoe on the road. So let's check out all the features top to bottom and see what you think. We have an engineered mesh upper, very airy, very lightweight. One of the things I don't like about the shoe are what I call spaghetti laces, very thin laces, almost like a linguine. This is a little bit wider forefoot on this shoe, so for me, when I'm cinching those laces down, there is some bunch up in this front section with extra material in the shoe. The tongue is not gusseted at all, so you may have a little floating of that tongue, but there is a pretty good size cutout in the middle of that tongue that the laces go through to lock that tongue in place on your foot to help with that side-to-side movement so that possibly doesn't happen for you. There are overlays on the shoe on the outside and some on the inside here, which help with lateral stability in the shoe. Has fortified or built up eyelet sections here with almost a rubber plasticky feel along both sides of all the eyelets on the laces for a little bit extra stability or firmness in the material so that doesn't pull it all or tab or tear over time. Up around the ankle, another drawback, there is not much padding around that ankle part. Matter of fact, on the heel back here, there is zero padding on the back here. But one of the things Adidas did was come out with that pull tab, which isn't just to help pull the shoe on your foot, but also if you do have back of heel rubbing, you can pop that down into your foot. You just have to work it a little bit so it doesn't bunch up and cause blisters. You can put that to the inside for a little more protection and kind of safeguarding the back of your heel. And me wearing this, as long as I'm wearing a mid-weight type racing sock, I've never had any rubbing on the back of the heel here. It does have a very nice glued down integrated sock liner, nice and padded. On the midfoot, we do have a pretty large cutout here that takes a lot of weight out because of those carbon rods and the rubber that Adidas has on the bottom here. That's going to add a little bit of weight, so they've got to look for other ways to take that out, not just in the very airy upper, but on the midsole, they have got to chop some of that out. That also aids in flexing that midfoot when you're in a toe-off. They have a pretty aggressive toe rocker here, which is going to get you onto your toes a lot faster for a very propulsive toe off when out in the race courses. It has a lot of rubber on the bottom. Actually, almost the entire outsole is covered in rubber, which adds a little bit more weight, and that's one of the new technologies Adidas is going to be coming out with, a new rubber overlay on their very expensive racing shoe that they recently came out with, that again recently debuted at the Berlin Marathon, and on the women's side took first and second place. First and second place women wore that shoe. Very expensive shoe, and it's basically a throwaway shoe. It's wearing for one marathon, and it's pretty much lived its life expectancy after that. You warm up, and one marathon, boom, ready to hit the recycle pile. Adidas is saying a U.S. men's size 9 is coming in at 7.6 ounces with 39.5 millimeter stack height in the forefoot. We've got 33 millimeter in the heel for 6.5 millimeter drop. And let's check out what my men's size 11 comes in at weight-wise. In ounces, I have 8.7 ounces, and I'm going to compare that to the Saucony Endorphin Pro 3, which came in at 7.3 ounces. So the Saucony we have 7.3 ounces and 8.7. Wow. So that's 1.4 ounces, almost an ounce and a half more in the Adidas than the Saucony. And let's get our durometer out here and check the foam. On the heel, I have 35.5, and on the forefoot, I have 37.5, which is a little bit firmer than the Saucony Endorphin Pro Elite 3s, which is coming in at 25 in the heel and 27 in the forefoot. So a lot softer cushioning, but softness doesn't always mean better. Sometimes you need a little bit of that firmness to be more reactive. Now, in all the super shoes, the design of the carbon plates or energy rods in conjunction with the foam is what's going to make up that responsiveness or your improved propulsion forward. So don't always take it to mean that the lighter shoe and softer foam means faster. Doesn't always mean that. So we've gone over from top to bottom all the high points of the Adidas Adizero Adios Pro 3s. And if you want to check this shoe out further, check the link down in the description. We'll shoot you over to Roadrunner Sports, where you can check more of the details out on the shoe. And if you're interested, you can buy through that link also. Let me know down in the comments what race shoes you are wearing on the road, not the trails, on the road. Do you wear any super shoes? What's your favorite shoe? And what have you found to be the fastest? Let me know. This is Dr. Dave again for Push Run Nation. Peace, and I'll see you out in the streets and race course. Take care.